This is Music Man 0150, also known as Gary, and this is part 2 of the video series on the cable transition to all digital television, plus other topics related to TV and video and all kinds of things related to the video and television media. So, here we are. This is January 29th, and it's about 5 minutes to 12. And as you can see by the 4 televisions, and also hear by the 4 televisions, that the analog cable is still in operation. So my guess is that at 12 o'clock midnight tonight, or probably 11:59 p.m. tonight, the analog signal on the cable is going to go out completely. That's why I still have these 4 TVs up and running, and that way we can hopefully catch the permanent sign-off of the analog cable signal. So I got those 4 TVs on, and I'm going to also show you here in the other room, the media room, where I have my second computer and big television. And we're going to, first of all, we're going to cut this music off, so that way there's no copyright infringement. Turn the TV on so we can see what we're doing. And as you can see, it's starting out pink, as I showed you last night in or part 1 of the video series. Then it's turning green again. But it's good enough to see what we're doing. So what I've done now is I've switched over from my Roku player to the VCR. That's what this switch box is for. I have Roku in number 1, the VCR number 2, and then these 2 buttons here are for audio source only. So I'm using this as a combination of video and audio selection at the same time, because I also have a cassette deck here for transferring cassettes to digital media, and then this wire here is for me to enable plugging in a smartphone, like my Android phone, or my digital Etereal recorder if I want to do things in real time. I want to record in real time. Or I could take another cassette deck, such as this, and plug it in there. So that's how that is set up. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you again with the VCR. It's on channel 52, and we're going to go down to channel 10, because there's a show that I always like to watch and record, which is known as the Steve Wilkos Show. And we're going to go back to 10. You could see how some of the channels have already disappeared on analog, like channel 21 there. 20 is still alive, 19's alive, 18, 17, 16, 15, those are all dead now. 14 is alive, 13 is alive, 12 has been dead, there's 11, there's 10, which is what we want, and then there's 9, and 9's been dead for a long time too. But eventually everything's going to go out, and it's going to seem really weird that I'm going to have cable on some of the TVs, but not all of the TVs. Because, as I said before, the analog signal is going away. Now, you're probably thinking, well, where's your box for this TV if you still want to have cable? Well, the answer is right here. The answer is right here. The Roku box. In fact, I'm going to show you exactly how that works. Okay, there we're back on the Roku screen. And as you can see, I can switch between video and the Roku, being that I reprogrammed the TV. So there's the Roku, and I don't know why the camera blanks out some of the image. I think it's because of the scanning and the resolution I have set. So I hope you could see this pretty good. But what we're going to do is we're going to go with the Roku, we're going to go over here to the Spectrum app. That's the cable company that I have. And all we have to do is launch it, just like so. And as you'll be able to see, it's loading itself up. It takes a little bit of time because of all the channels that are there, and plus it has to go through the internet connection. So it does take a little bit of time to load, but once it's loaded, it's good to go. Especially on this Roku here, because it's fast. This is the Express Plus. Here's another look at it in case any of you might want to consider it. Okay, I don't know if you could see it, it's kind of dark. There we go. That's the Express Plus. So anyway, here's the signal coming from the Roku player. And if you notice, it has the on-screen guide. I do apologize for the blanking. But there's the on-screen guide. And it's very similar to the guide on the cable box that I showed you in part 1. Now, the one thing you have to remember is you have to make sure that you hold the remote directly towards the box, or it won't function. That's what we refer to as the mini guide. And then if you hit the back button on the remote, then you can get your standard guide, just like on the cable box. Let's see, I think we're on it now. Yeah. There's the guide. See, it's a little bit different. It looks like it's a little bit different, a layout, but it works the same way. You can sort your channels by networks, by channel number, however you want to do it. And what I'm doing is giving you a close-up. I know the image is very, very blurry, but you can tell that it's on the high-definition channels. So what I'm doing right now is I'm going to channel 1010. And what I'm going to do is hit the OK button on the remote. And that's how you change the channel. If you're in guide mode, you can see how it went to a certain episode, and then it gives you more information about it. And right now it's on divorce court because it's just about over. It's hard to see, I know, but that kind of gives you an idea. So what I'm going to do is hit, this is the button here that I'm hitting, the back button, when you want to go out of the guide. But in this case, we have to hit this button, the OK button. Oh, you can't do it without being in front of the box. There we go. There. And that was the full screen guide. Now if you hit the left arrow like I showed you before, this one here, see, then you can go over to the mini guide and you can change your channels this way. And we'll go to channel 10. It's actually going to be 1010 because I'm in the high definition range. And there you go. That's how the channels are changed. And see, it even shows you it almost shows you like a DVD image. It looks like a DVD image of the show, which I think is pretty neat. But that's through the Roku box. And then if we switch it back to the VCR, there's the VCR, and you can see there's a slight difference in the reception, just ever so slightly. But starting tomorrow, this option for television, as I keep saying, is not going to be existent anymore. And it sounds very definite that it's going to occur. So what I'm actually going to do is use the analog feature one last time to capture a TV show. Now here's the computer that I use, and just to kind of give you an idea here, let's see if I can do this by looking through the camera, because its screen's a little smaller. This is the program I use. It's called Movie Editor Pro Plus, or Movie Editor, I think it is Movie Editor Pro Plus, version number 16. And this is a great way to preserve your videos and any kind of personal, memories that you'd want to use and keep. So there it loads on. And by the way, that's Windows XP, because some of these programs that I have, they don't run on Windows 10, or they don't run on even Windows. Well, this version here will run on Windows 7, but I don't have a video card in any Windows 7 machines, so that's why I have a capture card in the XP machine. Actually, that's what I meant to say, is I don't have a capture card in any Windows 7 machines, just in the XP machines. But there it is, and that's what I'm going to use to capture a TV program for personal keeps from the analog signal. So there you have it. That's an update between the between what we've done yesterday and today. Just to give you verification, let's go back into the studio, and I'll show you on the other TV that we still have signal, and I'm referring to the Apex. The good old Apex television. And let's see, do I have to, yeah, I have to activate the hard power switch. And there it is. And let's see, yeah, it's on channel 2. So as we did before, we still have the signals. See how it skips 9? Because there's nothing on 9. Now I could literally add that in if I wanted to. See, it says add. That's because 10 is added. There's 9. And see how it says delete or erase? It says erase. But just for the fun of it, we're going to add it. This is how you can add or subtract channels manually if you wanted to do that. So there, we've added 9. And notice how there's just nothing there. And that's what every channel is going to be. Probably tonight after midnight. Yep. So there you are. Another verification that we still have signal there. We'll turn that one off because we don't really need it on right now. Now, real quick, I'm going to show you upstairs in the bedroom that digital box. Because after I was done making the video last night, part 1 of this, I went ahead and hooked up, reconnected the digital box for the cable. So that way I had television this morning when I was waking up. So here we are, back in the bedroom. And you can't see the box, but we'll go ahead and turn the television on. In fact, let's do it this way. We'll use the remote to do it. First we'll turn on the TV by pressing TV and power. And there is the TV. Now, the reason for those color bars is because these digital boxes, and this is something I forgot to point out yesterday, or in part 1, these digital boxes, they don't have a composite output. So the only optional output is the HDMI, or there's an optical output. So what you would have to purchase is a small HDMI to composite video output adapter or converter. And the converter is hidden there way in the back. But I have another one downstairs on the workbench that's unopened yet. I haven't used it yet. So I can show you that one. But this is the test pattern. It's a self-test pattern inside the converter, so it lets you know that you do have your TV hooked up correctly. Now what we'll do is we'll turn on the box by hitting cable and then box or power.
Programming across all their TVs. So beginning on January 30th, Spectrum TV is going 100% digital in your area.
And there's the digital box. And you can see how it's the same with the TV guide and the settings. It works just like the other box I have in the living room, only this one is a lot smaller and it doesn't have the time on it. This is strictly they call it a spectrum converter or spectrum receiver. And this is the video clip that they've been advertising probably since the beginning of the year, where Spectrum is going all digital. And I'm going to insert this video clip directly so that way you can actually hear what's going on. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert this between this segment of my CATV Transition Series and the future parts. So that's how this is going to work. But this kind of gives you an idea of what they've been advertising. I'll give you a little bit of the audio just so you can kind of hear it. But what we'll do, as I said, we'll insert the clip so you can see it directly.
If you don't currently have any set-top boxes in your home, you may qualify for a Spectrum receiver. Each kit comes with the digital equipment your TV needs to receive a digital signal. They also come with simple step-by-step instructions, so you can install it in minutes. No need for a technician.
So that's what they've been advertising. But otherwise, see, everything else is going to work the same way. You get your normal channels and clear picture, clear sound. So this TV is ready to go for digital. The ones downstairs, well, that's a different story. That's why I have the Roku boxes down there. However, I think I did show you that I also have a Roku box up here. I don't know if you could see it because it's dark. But there's the Roku box there. And also I have a switch. It's over here somewhere. Oh, it's back here. It's so dark. But you could see that blue light. See the blue light there? Okay, that's where the video switcher is for HDMI. So by hitting the little button on here, I know you can't see hardly anything except the blue light in my hand reflecting off the blue light. I'm looking for the button. There's the button that I pushed, and now you could see that the light moved and it went to the next source. And this is the Roku. This is the actual Roku box now. And what that is just a screensaver showing the time, the temperature, the humidity, the barometric pressure, and the wind speed. Because I thought that would be nice to have as a screensaver. Then you know what the weather is instantly. So this Roku works exactly what I showed you down in the media room. Works the same way. So So this TV actually has two options, or two ways to view television programming, and you can set them up all that way. They can all be set up that way. So anyway, that's a short segment of this video series, part 2. So I will be back a little bit later, probably around maybe 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and give you another update of what's going on with the cable transition, and then we'll take it from there. So we'll be back a little bit later to give you an update.
At Spectrum, we're always looking for ways to make your TV viewing experience better. We're enhancing our network so our customers can enjoy the benefits of digital programming across all their TVs. So beginning on January 30th, Spectrum TV is going 100% digital in your area. Most customers already enjoy the stunning picture and incredible sound of Spectrum TV in digital. However, there are some customers that still don't have the necessary equipment to get a digital signal on every TV. By going all digital, you'll gain access to dozens more HD channels that previously weren't available, as well as more interactive TV, more on-demand choices, and other enhancements in the future. But before you can experience Spectrum TV in its all-digital format, the first step is to make sure your TV can receive a digital signal, because if you don't have the necessary equipment on your TV, it won't work. If each television in your home has a standard or high-definition digital receiver or a digital TV adapter, you're already receiving digital picture and sound, and no additional action is required. But if you connect the cable directly into the back of your television, you're probably not getting digital TV and will need a Spectrum receiver. Spectrum has every residential and business customer covered, and may provide you with free equipment based on your TV service level. To get your receiver and self-install kit, you can easily order from spectrum.com/digitalnow or call 844-278-3896. We will ship a kit directly to your home at no additional cost, so you can install it on your schedule. Or visit your local Spectrum store to pick up a kit in person. If you don't currently have any set-top boxes in your home, you may qualify for a Spectrum receiver. Each kit comes with the digital equipment your TV needs to receive a digital signal. They also come with simple step-by-step instructions, so you can install it in minutes. No need for a technician. Once everything is installed, it's time to enjoy an all-digital experience. Spectrum TV, internet, and voice services are made possible by our state-of-the-art fiber-rich network. To learn more about the all-digital format, visit spectrum.com/digitalnow. And thank you for being a Spectrum customer.